sir. Good evening, sir.
স্যার আপনার মাইকটা মিউটেড আছে, একটা আনমিউট করেন।
Sir, mic mute है. Mic.
Avi, it's okay.
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
Yes,
স্যার,
sir.
ঠিক আছে।
গৌতম, তোর তোর
Amit, how are you?
কেমন আছিস? Good, good.
Nice.
So
Arey,
it's
each other, we can feel each other, but don't touch each other. You know who is Amit Chaudhary? He
Yes,
is
sir.
Wing Commander Amit Chaudhary, one of our great products, who had been the leader of 2005 Indian airline, Air Force Everest expedition, and acquired so many decades. Now he is the executive committee member of first Indian executive committee member of UIAA, International Mountaineering Federation. Oh,
Yes.
he's our pride. He's
Yes,
also here with us. We were partners. We had been, when we were at your age, every weekend we used to just go away to different hills to explore the climb, to explore new routes. That way we passed a nice time.
তো গৌতম, এবারে আমাদের শোনার সময় এসেছে. We should listen.
That's true. That is the chance I got to introduce you with the students.
Thank you. We should listen to the young boys
Okay,
and
Prashant.
girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me start. Sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, should.
Shall we start? There are still people coming, actually.
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে, আসুক লোকে. We can wait.
Okay, sir.
Saurabh, how are you? You learning more?
স্যার আই এম গুড, ভালোই চলছে। আপনি কেমন আছেন?
আমি একদম you're right.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hope সবাই safe, sound, and vaccinated আছে বা হবে. And it is my great honor and pleasure to be amongst so many of our revered and respected seniors of JUMHC. As we are well aware that COVID-19 has created a huge dent in the lives of each and every single one of us. But and our club was also no different. JUMHC has suffered a huge loss. The most noticeable being not being able to conduct the RCC 2021. Not only did an entire batch was not able to actually get a hands-on experience on how to conduct or how to organize an RCC, but many of people could not do their IRCCs. A new batch of BRCCs could not come, and in general, a huge gap has arisen in terms of connectivity issue, loss of connectivity with seniors and all. So we, the present executive committee, are fighting tooth and nail to keep the fire burning. That's why we present to you Campfire, a place where people don't just gather around, but also where elders tell stories and carry on their wisdom to the younger ones, whilst it's serving as a medium to strengthen the bond of the community as a whole. I cannot describe how happy and grateful I feel to be among so many of our seniors. More than 80 seniors responded positively to joining the meeting. Hopefully they will. And here we indeed have the 5 decades of JUMHC come to life. Prashant?
Okay. Good evening, all of you, sir, and respected seniors. As all of us know that we have lost two great personality, Mr. Ambar Basu sir and Mr. Mridul Das Gupta sir. We executive committee members um, are honored to say that we executive members did not get the privilege to meet Ambar Basu sir, but most of you definitely know of him. Uh, he had died untimely. He was a true mountaineer, and he has made a very important and great contribution to our club. His friends and his family contributed around 5 lakh rupees to our club authority that will be given to our talented mountaineers students as a scholarship. And we also know that we have lost Mr. Mridul Das Gupta sir in the Corona period. He had also died untimely, and he has always been one of the most helpful, kind, and generous person. Apart from being a great photographer, he was also immensely knowledgeable. He had a very different way of looking at world. There was a moment in last RCC 2020 that was held in January 2020, and that he was telling us a story when he suddenly pointed to the sunset behind him, and he told that something that stuck with me still in mind, that you can click thousands of pictures of this beautiful scenario, but every picture will be different from the last one. That how beautiful nature is. Whenever I see beautiful sunset, that reminds me of Mridul sir. Hope Mridul sir could see how much we love him. His blessing will be always with us, with due honor to both. I wish and I request you, all of you, to keep 1 minute silence in honor of Mridul sir and Mr. Ambar Basu. Thank you. Now with the blessings of Mr. Mridul sir and Mr. Ambar Basu, we will going to start our meeting procedure. So Amritansu, let's start the meeting.
Time is always unconditional, and moving is what we have to do. You all beloved seniors are the reason our JUMSC events are running with this pace. First of all, I would like to thank all my seniors who made RCC 2020 successful. We are grateful to our camp commandant, Mr. Gautam Datta sir, camp adjutant, late Mr. Mridul Das Gupta sir, and
Let's start the meeting.
yeah, sound is not coming, isn't it? I think.
No,
It's fine.
you're audible.
Yeah.
And
I'm
also
audible.
camp advisor Indranath sir, and all our instructors. This RCC, we have 59 BRCC participants, which associated 9 girls and 5 IRCC participants. The certificates will be received by them in no delay via our official mail ID. But we have also made a short video related to our RCC 2020 memories. Please bear some moments with it, and we are here to sharing a screen share is Prashant. Please share the screen of RCC 2020 video. Prashant, you have muted the sound. No. Video sound. Okay. Thanks, but he has muted the sound, I think. Even after the ongoing COVID, JUMSC managed to pick a good time and organized a track to the famous Jongri Top in the month of February 2020. The 5-day track, which eventually made a 4-day track, was one of the best experience to our 17-member team, which associated 6 girls also. The weather was very harsh and our team was first team of the season. So the permitting and supporting authorities also been the same harsh like weather. Anyway, we have made a short video also related to the Zongri track. Please bear some moment with it also. Prashant, please share the video related to Zongri track. I think you have. Thank you. Even in this period of COVID, college authority never allowed us for expedition, and so last two of our summers just rhymed with COVID against our expedition and wasted it. But our archives and galleries are full of expeditions, and here we have made also a short video containing some of the memories of expedition, whatever we are having in our drive. So I request Prashant to share that video also, then we will start our. Thank you. Amit Mukherjee sir also promised us that he will come, but I don't think he is here. I would like to invite Mr. Amit Chaudhary sir to have some words related to the memories of JUMSC and how to enhance the connectivities to the recent their early 5 years. Please, Amit Chaudhary sir.
Hello everyone, and thanks for inviting me. I think it's really nice that you have remembered us after so many years. We're probably there a little more than 40 years back, and it's nice to be remembered. And I'm sure that there is always somebody who holds the link, and that, like a true mountaineer who holds the belay through and through. And I think Gautam is the person who has been holding this belay ever since I can remember. So you need somebody like him who has held the thread for so many years. And that's what really wonderful. In today's day and age, with so many tools available to us to connect, I don't think it's very difficult. But strictly speaking, it was never difficult to connect with JUMHC people. But I can remember in the 40 years that probably each and every batch, we have had some connection or the other. So I think it's really nice that, it's such a strong bond that we have with people from JUMHC. And I think this is a bond which connects us through the kind of activities that we do. And I think this is a bond which is going to be there for several years, at least if you invest a little time and a little energy and stay connected with all those people who are going to join the club after you, then I'm sure that this will carry us through many, many years. So great job. I don't think that I really have much to say. And this is a time for us probably to listen more to you, because we have spent our lives talking to people, okay? But this is a time when we would like to hear about what you are doing what your plans are, so that's more important. But thank you very much. It's very nice connecting with you, all of you, and connecting with some of our old mates. Though I can't see anybody else other than Gautam here from our time. Yes, Amitavo is there. Amitavo Vasu Sarkar is also known as Gautam. Besides that, I don't see anybody else. Um, but it's really nice. I
Mudimati was also there for some time, I guess.
sorry, who's that?
I'm Shuchi Smita.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Mudimati was also there. I saw her.
Purnima, right. Purnima also. She actually called me this morning and she said, reminded me. I said, yes,
And I saw Prashantoda and Ujjalda also.
Okay. So good. And
Shubho is also there.
wonderful. So, over, you can see people over 40 years are there with you. I think it's a great feeling. Enjoy yourselves. Let us know what you have in mind and what you are wanting to do and how we can help you. This is what I keep telling people, that reach out to us if you need any kind of help, advice, or you just want to bounce off any ideas. This is an expedition that you're going to go on. Okay, you want to get an outsider view on what you should do and how you need help, etc. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're always there for you. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Sankari ma'am. She is senior most member in our club. She has contributed a lot for our club.
Ma'am, please share your thoughts to us. Sankari ma'am, please unmute yourself. Ma'am, can you hear me?
I don't.
Hello, ma'am.
Donati is not responding.
Okay, in the meantime, can I ask a question to Amit sir?
Yeah, sure, anytime. Yeah.
Okay. So good evening, sir. I am Aryan Singh, present third year in BE Metallurgical Engineering. So, sir, I have a question for you that since you have served in the Indian Air Force, and I would like to know that how has mountaineering helped you get into the Indian Air Force as an institution, and how has the Indian Air Force as an institution helped you to become a better mountaineer and a better human being in general? Thank you.
So I'll share an interesting secret with you.
Yes, sir, of course.
Mountaineering was the only reason that I joined. Well, of course, there were several other reasons that I wanted to serve my country, etc., etc. But yes, besides that, mountaineering was one of the major reasons why I joined the Indian Air Force, because the kind of opportunities that I got, and in our time it was very difficult. So one of the things that we did consider a profession was to consider, and the only profession that was available at that time was to become a porter. But that was a really difficult choice, because you had to be tough, and then you had people back home who was who would really shout at you and say, "What is this career you have chosen?" So the next best thing I think was to join something where you get an opportunity to do things. And of course, I got great opportunities. We every year almost we went on an expedition, and ultimately I got a chance to lead an Everest expedition, which was fantastic. The see behind me, Comet, that chance to climb on the West Ridge, which is on the other side behind. What you see is the eastern side, which was again a fantastic climb because we climbed almost 3,000 feet of vertical rock and ice. And yes, I don't know whether it has made me a better human being or not because I can think of going to the mountains. So if that is I don't know, I really don't know whether that is a better human being or a worse human being. It's a matter of I think it's a questionable kind of a thing. So, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Purnima ma'am and Prasanto da, if they are here. Please share some memories related to JMSC from your early days.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, as Purnima, I don't know. I mean, I have very fond memories of the time we go trekking, rush over to the Sicilia for a weekend of rock climbing, traveling in the most lawless manner, the friendships we made, and of course the enduring love for the mountains. Today, I don't think I can climb a 7-story building, but just looking at even pictures of mountains make me so wistful. And for all of that, I have the Mountaineering Club to thank. And, that's all. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jay and Nancy, for giving me that opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am.
In fact, Purnima was secretary to JMSC and did well when she was there. So long, possibly she's at Doon now, Doon School. So long no see. But in her time, Purnima has proved her worth for the development of that. Are you Purnima now? Where you are now?
I'm in Doon, sir. There of the two of you, I must admit, would be. In fact, in the middle of the rock climb, basic rock climbing, of course, I was even class and go back to Calcutta. But anyway, thank you for being such good mentors.
Oh, it's so nice to hear you after so long. Thank you very much. Keep well.
Thank you.
We also have Sudipta ma'am amongst us. Sudipta Santra ma'am.
No, Prashant sir, wait, Rasmi,
Oh.
wait. Prashant sir is here.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Purnima ji just told about her.
Prashantita, if we can see you also, that will be good. Purnima didn't come on camera.
Can you see?
No, we can only see some. No.
Why
There's some ceiling, the picture of the ceiling.
Maybe the network issue.
हाई ऑल्टीट्यूड है ना, इसलिए सीलिंग दिख रहा है.
Okay. Okay. You can hear me, no? That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Purnimadi was my leader for my first expedition, Year 5, and we enjoyed a lot of her leadership. Uh, Apart from Purnimadi, I can see Gautamda, Amidda. What Amidda was telling, that the frequency of our JUMSC people that ever exist. Just like, let me share with you that we have heard since our day of joining in JMSC about Amidda and Gautamda, but I have never seen Amidda until our expedition in Leh Stop Kangri in a few years, uh, 2018, I think, 2018. But I met Gautam a number of times in his office for his guidance uh, for our expedition. Gautam, whenever we used to go to Gautam welcomed us just like our own family, his family member, and they used to guide us in any sort of uh, planning or any difficulties, just like technical part. And the legacy carrying by you people, I really appreciate that last year 59% is participating. If I remember correctly, almost 10 years back or 15 years back, in the number reduced just like 10, 15, 20 or less. Sometime it also club became non-functional. At the trekking, 17% is a very good number from JMSC. So I really appreciate that you are carrying this legacy, and I hope you will carry forward it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prashant. Where are you now, Prashant?
Right now I am in Calcutta. I am working in Coal India in Calcutta office.
So you're at Calcutta office. Well, then we'll get you. Okay.
Yes.
Contact.
Yeah, last time we met with the wedding anniversary. But just because of Corona, we all, in fact, mountaineering, virtual mountaineering is very difficult unless we meet, unless we enjoy the night, all of us singing in front of the campfire. We miss lots of things. Sir,
Yeah, that's true. Our main barrier in JVMSC, our main barrier is each of our students, they're leaving the university after 4 years. For some, it is a little bit more, but generally after 4 years, we miss our talented students. And so, though we have got lots of talented uh, mountaineers, talented climbers, they produced from JVMSC, but we don't get them. That's a big problem we regularly face. However, continue, please.
So as I was saying, I'm sorry Prashantada for interrupting. We also have Shudipta ma'am amongst us. So Shudipta ma'am, would you like to say something?
I can't see her. Where is Philippa?
Yes, sir, she joined. Wait, let me check.
I guess she left the meeting.
I guess she left for some.
Let me talk a few lines about Sudipta. Especially, we must know our past.
Yes.
Uh, if a river doesn't know its source, then it's a problem. For our enhancement, for our acquirement of Jill, or we should know our past. I'll talk about in detail if I get chance. However, when talking about Sudipta, Jadavpur University Authority was very much against uh, joining of girls in Mountaineering Club. There was a vehement objection. But we people at those times we are actually thriving with lots of um, zeal for development of women folk, etc., etc. And Amit was secretary. Since then, it started practically. We started developing some girls through rock climbing courses against the will of university authority. And when it was rock climbing course, it was little, people were not, I mean, not very against because the rock climbing course क्या है, ठीक है. But when it came for the participation of expedition, but in an expedition by a girl, there was a hue and cry. University Council was very much against. By then, we developed 6 girls. Sudipta was one of them, Sudipta Nandi. She was in electronics department. I remember Sudipta, Maushami Ghosh, Jasmina Khanam. She's in pharmacy department. Possibly she was the head of pharmacy department. She was. Uh, then Sucheta, Shopna, my wife, later. Uh, lately, Sunita Viswas, Praveen Chutki, Purnima. But initial products out of the initial girls, Sudipta was a bit in a leading mode. She stayed at Sonarpur. So basically, we tried to develop her through mountaineering courses. Finally, we made her leader just to enhance just to enlighten, just to let society know that yes, Jadavpur University has got girl mountaineer also to lead an expedition. So Sudipta was made leader to an expedition to Jaunli Peak. Myself and Amit both, because we are of that mind, we had to develop the girls. We both joined the expedition as advisors and rather, whatever you call me, technically, I always go and do things, technical things. Uh, but Sudipta was our leader. We made her very intentionally so that our girl folks can develop. And lots of trouble we had to face for that. At the fag end of the expedition, at the fag end, when the expedition is to leave, finally, University Authority told one girl cannot join the expedition. At least 2 girls has to be there. So immediately from I was at Durgapur, immediately I advised just search a uh, lady doctor so that we can show her as a doctor as well as a lady. So Moushami Ghosh was from National Medical College was attached to. So in that particular expedition, we had 2 ladies. Sudipta was the leader. Moushami Ghosh from National Medical College was the doctor. To combat the authorities' directive that at least 2 girls should be there in the expedition, we did that. Finally, uh, in that Jauli expedition, we climbed 2 new peaks, but unfortunately, could not climb rather Jauli. It was basically because of wrong advice by the previous climbers who claimed to climb that peak. Uh, wrong mapping and photos. Instead of approaching the Jaunli route on the other side of the ridge, we had to climb first ascents. We did two first ascents on the right side of that ridge. This was basically and in fact, after climbing those peaks, Ratan Singh Chauhan, famous instructor of mountaineering, he also claimed, yes, you have climbed the Sahi peak. But finally, when we started with the map, we found there was hardly few degrees, not few degrees, point some. There's a difference. So finally, we claimed IMF. We have given IMF another report that though mistakenly we have claimed that we have climbed Jaunli, but it is not Jaunli. It is these two peaks. To be very precise, we have given our clarification. So in that expedition, it is in the year 1984, I believe, two first ascents were made, but not the Jaunli what we aimed for. And possibly the previous claimants who claimed they climbed Jaunli, possibly there is some mistake. I just cannot tell like that. But otherwise, they wouldn't have claimed our peak is as Jaunli. However, that's a small fact I'm giving for you, for the girls now who are present in the meeting, who are not present in the meeting, for all of them, that Sudipta is a pioneer for you. There are others I named already: Moushami Ghosh, Jasmina Khanam, Sucheta, our Sunita, now Bishas, she was Dasgupta, more popularly known as Chutki. Then other girls. One of them is my wife. She never gone to a mountain, in fact. But they were there. We tried to develop them. Okay, continue, please.
We have Vasu sir also here. So I request him to please share some memories about the UMSC and this reunity. Amitabh sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First of all, it's so nice to see Gautam Da after so long. And, to see Gautam Da without his chapdari is something abnormal.
Yes. In fact, my mark landmark जो कहते हैं ना, my landmark was a phase.
I'd like to share only one. Not at the same time interesting experience. When I joined the mountaineering club, then it was housed in. It was power singing. We were singing at the top of our lungs, and suddenly Tigida decided to play some music, and that was by banging on the big utensils that we have. After a certain point of time, you could see that Mr. Amitabh Chatterjee, I think was his name, he was the HOD of instrumentation, and Shonodda, they were banging on the doors, and ultimately we were called up to the VC, saying that these guys, I mean, they should be thrown out of this building. I think just because of that, right now you are housed where you are housed now. And talking about Gautam da, I think he has mellowed down so much. He never used to laugh so much. He always assumed a very small tone, I'll kill you if you don't do this. That's all. Amit, on the contrary, was the ever smiling one. Anybody will be more than willing. And right now, I'm also based in Dehradun. So if ever you come to Uttarakhand, give us a ping. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Actually, we are merely a child who do not know the courtesies. So please forgive me. Actually, forgive us if any words reflect something otherwise. I have a question. I have a in general question that in this era of COVID, we are feeling of some generation gap. This reunion is just a positive approach to it. A lot of early flag wearers. We knew
Amrita,
just now. Yes.
I would like to intervene in between.
Yes, ma'am.
Gautam, थोड़ा सा mute कर लोगे? The voice record, बार-बार echo, so the voice is not coming in. Actually,
Yeah, when we'll be talking, our voice will be Acha.
Yeah.
Yes,
Please,
ma'am. Please, ma'am. Oh. Actually, a lot of seniors, I was saying that I just knew them. The early flag bearers. We have seen their contacts name only from the data sheet of JUMSC, and this time we have tried growing it as far as it possible. We have tried calling everybody possible, everybody mailing. We have mailed everybody possible, and now we accumulated approximately 50 or 55 of us. So I want to ask the question that how we how we will do a positive approach towards reducing the gap and making more connectivities from our early flag wearers.
लाइक हम लोग है जो अभी रिसेंट सीनियर जो आरसीसी में आते हैं, मतलब जैसे हम लोग अभी 2 साल आरसीसी के 2018 में और 2019 में, लेकिन सॉरी 2019 और 2020 में, तो उसमें बहुत कम सीनियर को देख पाए। लेकिन हम लोग जब डाटा शीट देखे तो उसमें हमारे हंड्रेड्स ऑफ सीनियर्स हैं, लेकिन हम लोग मोस्टली मैक्स टू मैक्स फेस टू फेस या जिनसे बात हुआ है मैक्स टू मैक्स 30 लोग को जानते हैं। इसीलिए हम लोग सोचे कि एक वर्चुअल मीटिंग करते हैं जिससे हम लोग सभी लोग को जान पाएंगे और वो लोग भी जान पाएंगे कि हम नए जूनियर्स आए हैं क्लब में। तो हम लोग चाहते हैं कि आप लोग अपना अपना व्यूज बताइए कि हम लोग को बताइए कि हम लोग कैसे क्लब को और आगे ले जा सकते हैं। जैसे कि अभी 2 साल से कोविड हो चुका है, जिसमें ना हमारा आरसीसी हुआ और बहुत सारे बच्चे बीएमसी नहीं कर पाए। इस बार भी बीएमसी का फॉर्म हुआ, लेकिन फिर से कोरोना का सेकेंड वेव आया, उसके बाद बीएमसी का वो फॉर्म कैंसिल हो गया। तो हम लोग का एक्सपीडिशन का भी गैप, हाँ हम लोग का एक्सपीडिशन का भी गैप, एक मिनट, हम लोग का एक्सपीडिशन का भी गैप होते जा रहा है। पिछले साल हमारा एक्सपीडिशन नहीं हुआ, इस बार हम लोग होप कर रहे थे कि हाँ एक्सपीडिशन हो जाए, लेकिन हम लोग जब क्लब अथॉरिटी को जाके बात किए कि सर हम लोग एक्सपीडिशन करना चाहते हैं, उसके लिए फंडिंग वगैरह हो जाए, लेकिन क्लब अथॉरिटी बोला कि हाँ आप लोग कर सकते हैं, आप लोग तैयार रहिए अपनी तरफ से, अगर कॉलेज खुला तो हम लोग कर देंगे। लेकिन अगर ये सिलसिला जारी रहा, 1 साल और कॉलेज बंद रहा, तो इसके बाद हमारे पास एक बस जूनियर है, आर्यन लोग वगैरह है, आर्यन, पवन अग्रवाल, इसका आदित्यानंद, आदित्य मिश्रा, कुछ कुछ लोग हैं जो हम लोग को आरसीसी में जाने और आप लोग को भी जाने, लेकिन उसके बाद हमारा फिर कोई नहीं रहेगा, कोई भी जूनियर नहीं है जो क्लब चलाया। तो इसके लिए आप लोग कुछ बताइए कि हम लोग कैसे क्लब को और आगे बढ़ाएं। थैंक यू।
If I may come in.
You're muted.
No, if I may come in, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
First and foremost, let's think about one thing. What is your situation? Our situation is, we got to understand that it is just simply a students' club. As Gautam has already pointed out, in most of the cases, the science people, they stay there for 5 years at least because of their BSc and MSc. Engineering guys, they mostly stay there for 4 years, right? So after
Yes.
4 years, they will be involved in their professional work. So we need to understand first and foremost is where do we stand? Since it is a students' club, all the students, they will come and go, right?
Yes, sir.
So you cannot expect to have people staying there for 10 years, 20 years, or something like that. The most that you can do, look, corona is something which is beyond anybody's control.
Yes.
Therefore, all you could do is, instead of maybe planning an expedition for which funding, is a major issue, and also the duration and the place, because of your exam schedules, you can only go to Himachal or maybe if it is early, then go to Uttarakhand.
Yes, sir. Yes. And college authority allowance also.
Yeah. Obviously, college authority will not allow, because they are responsible for your well-being. The moment some college adventure team goes somewhere and they get stuck or they get unwell, then obviously all the students' parents, they will question the authorities. Therefore, regarding corona, we cannot do anything. This is what I feel. And as far as Prashant Kumar is saying that, after if the college stays shut for, let's say, another year, then what happens? Honestly, Prashant, I have no answer to this. All I could say is, you must believe in the spirit of the JUIs. And
yes,
if you cannot go for expedition, maybe you can go for smaller treks of smaller duration. That will also keep the interest alive. Maybe there will be a gap, and after a certain point of time, we will once again peak. And we have all our illustrious, flag bearers like Amita Gautam, always there,
Yes.
So let's not get too perturbed about this. That's all.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Prashant.
Yes, sir.
Amitav.
Yes, sir.
And Prashant.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I want to go to our backyard for some time. Then you will understand. Basically, Amitav will talk to one thing, very, very, very important thing he mentioned about the spirit of JUNS as a legacy that is to be carried on. How the spirit of this legacy came. You all know that our MAC, I'll take little time, but we all should know this. Our JMAC was established in 1966 in the spring. It started with a simple day trek to Netarhat area, and after that, visiting Hudru and Jona Falls near Ranchi. Two people were instrumental, Manmoth Roy and Kalhon Shanna. I am taking this chance to let you know about our flag bearers. We all should know them. They are our respectful flag bearers. Because of these two persons, Manmoth Roy and Kalhon Shanna, Jadavpur University could get a sort of club. It is in the year 1966 when in India mountaineering was just not in embryo, but in a toddler stage. Bengal is considered to be the best state in India for mountaineering. Here it started in 1959-60, basically in the form of expedition. 60 is officially considered, but there was an expedition in 1959 as well. Because of some IMF guidelines, etc., as they didn't know of, so that was not officially considered. And our boys, Jadavpur boys, they started it in 1966. To a very small hike type sort of thing. But in the same year, Jadavpur University organized first rock climbing course. In Bengal, first rock climbing course held in 1965. Jadavpur is the second. If I talk about Bengal, I mean it is applicable to India. Jadavpur University has organized the second rock climbing course in December 1966. They took help, that time they took help of HMI, Mr. Pemba, and one more great person. They came. And from Himalayan Association, Balaji. He is our close associate. Then and still now. And that particular course was, camp commandant was Chanchal Mitra. However, when I am talking about this, you see how a big jump within so less time. In 66, first rock climbing course, in 67, 67 December, second rock climbing course. In the second rock climbing course, by then, our students, they developed them in such a manner that they did not bother about outside instructors. They did not take help of HMI. And 68, 69, 70, fifth rock climbing course. They didn't take help of other instructors, outside instructors. They have themselves instructed our students. Our students instructed our students. You'll be surprised. The boom was such, though initiated by Kalhanda and Manmothoroy, the boom, was such that in 67, one basic mountaineering course had to be organized by NIM, where our 11 boys joined. Means by 67, 11 of our members became PhD. The basic mountaineering course, they became trained. And a special course organized by NIM, Uttarkashi, for JU boys. The then Vice President, the Vice Chancellor was personally maneuvering all this. Itna boom they could bring. And philosophically, you see, in 68, Amita, I don't know whether he's here already or not. He's one of her most pioneer flag bearers here. I always salute him. He is the third secretary. He became secretary, as I remember, in July 68. And first independent expedition they could organize in 1969. But in those days, organizing an expedition was too tough. No facility of map. Even getting a permission from IMF was difficult. One had to personally, physically go to IMF, etc., etc. A lot of things beside financial need and all. With all those problems, they could organize an expedition in 1969, that also to a high peak, more than 22,000. But in winter time, because they could start the later date, because of all solutions they could not make. So they started from Calcutta at later date. So why then, after reaching Manali, they came to know that from through Chandrabhaga River, the bridge was dismantled by army because that became out of bounds because of winter. So they proceeded towards Jadavpur, and with very bad calamity, full weather, they reached 17,500 feet without any Sherpa or any sort of special guide. Here I want to talk about one thing. Those pioneers, from the very beginning, they were always believed in one thing, that be fully dependent on yourself. Develop your self-reliance, self-confidence by doing various types of trainings, practices, etc. Develop yourself. We should not be dependent on others. And this philosophical outlook, I mentioned one thing. Basically, the club, Colin Chanel was the first secretary, was named JUMAC, Jadavpur University Mountaineering and Hiking Club. In '68, when hiking has got involved in that particular name, various, today also, various segment of students are there. Digha jayega, wo bhi Digha hiking naam pe fund, they were asking for fund. So immediately it came in their mind that only serious people should be member of this particular club, and they changed the term hiking from the club's name, JUMSC, they've turned it to JU Mountaineering Club. See the philosophical standing in them. And they also did a one rule that jo bhi jayega, jisme bhi jayega, 50% cost is to be borne by him. So that unwanted fellows, those who want to take facility only and then go, they just cannot get in. So our club's name were changed because of this philosophical outlook. Even those 11 boys who were trained by NIM as a special course, after getting request from our university authority, those 11 boys also have given 50% of their course fees. Just think of. Means so much of, for a student, I understand, if a student is not that moneyed, for acquiring that particular money is very difficult. It's a penance for him. But they willingly used to take up the penance, which ultimately they believed developed them. And that way, till '69, it goes on. I mean, our fifth rock climbing course actually held in 1970, December 70. But if you go to your register, you will be finding the sixth rock climbing course held in 1978. Why I am talking about all this? You see, there's a big gap. Why? Basically because of big political turmoil, lots of our students were also killed because of nationalized movement and all, political disturbance and all. This mountaineering club became defunct for so many years. It finally became alive when Mr. Anup Bonik Chaudhary, Anupa, he hold the flag. He became the secretary, and in his time, 1978, that big expedition to Lion Peak held in Himachal Pradesh, and since then it again started. And Anup Bonik Chaudhary was such, I most, with my deepest respect, I remember, I am telling you, mentioning one thing. I was secretary of photography club that time. I was training section in charge. I was, whatever. I was very busy in printing convocation prints at dark room number 4, integrated building, first floor. Ground floor, my mountaineering club. First floor, my photography club. And that was the most richest, biggest photography club in my name. In fact, in my time, it was addressed as per Federation of Indian Photography, West Indian, the student organized photography club. From my dark room, he pulled me out. तो खींचते खींचते हमको हॉस्टल में ले गया. तो उसका he bought a rucksack on his back. क्या कहाँ ले जा रहा है उनका? अरे तुम्हें चलो आगे. He took me almost जैसे चोर पकड़ता है. पकड़ के हमको लेके क्या ना एडवांस रॉक क्लाइंबिंग कोर्स करना है तुमको. वो हावड़ा स्टेशन में जाके मिस्टर मणि बनर्जी को हाथ पकड़ा दिया जब हम लाया उसको. I kept my word. See, the secretary, how much involved he was, that they made a mind that Gautam ko advanced rock climbing course करवाना है, immediately करो कि we have to equip him, because maybe they thought he has the ability to do something. But you know, that day, that evening, initially I thought हमने as if I was चोर पकड़ा गया हूँ. Some of you was pulling me from her photography club, from there to men's main hostel, means Thana ka bagal mein. I used to stay there, D block पे. They are almost actually he never left my hand. वो खींच के ले गया. क्या ना एडवांस रॉक क्लाइंबिंग कोर्स करवाना है, वो भी पैसा कौन देगा? तुमको पैसा के बारे में चिंता नहीं करना है. And I was really having no money. Finally, हावड़ा स्टेशन में लेके हिमालयन एसोसिएशन का एडवांस रॉक क्लाइंबिंग कोर्स का इंचार्ज थे मिस्टर मणि बनर्जी. उसका हाथ पकड़ देखे बोला, I kept my word. I want Jadavpur University want big climber. ऐसा वहाँ की involvement. तो अनुपदा के बारे में आ गया. This because you know sometimes I think this if this fact was has not been taken place, possibly हम भी और सभी का माफी हो तो माउंटेनियरिंग थोड़ा सा किया होगा. हाँ मालूम है. हम तो भी क्लाइंब में जाते थे, यही बोलते हैं. We wouldn't have been a servant of mountains. I wouldn't have been achieved that mind for being a servant of mountains.
Thank you both of for all the wonderful memories.
हाँ, तो अभी सुनो, अमित, again when why I'm telling this, again Mountaineering and Hiking Club, JUABC has become AMAC when Amit was secretary in 80s, 79, 80. That time philosophy actually again changed. When in 67, 68, people were coming for going to Digha as a hiking, to show that it has hiking. But in 78, 79, 80, in that particular duration, those people are not there. Hiking means real hiking. Means mentality has changed in the society. That way that this hiking word again came into our caption, the UMAC we now talk about. Okay? And however, since then it is going on. 78, non-expedition. 79, no expedition. 80, jogging expedition. Now that was best expedition of the years that got that award. 3 peaks beyond 20,000 feet. One of them jogging to was first ascent. All 3 were climbed under the leadership of Amit. So this way, actually, again a boom has come. When you were talking that how this generation gap be filled up, Amitabh has mentioned, I have already mentioned earlier, that we cannot keep our students for a long time. But these students, when they go out, if they can carry on this particular zeal and legacy, they can really develop things around him. They can really develop, it becomes remarkable in the country. That way Amit has did. I got chance to come back to be in that Calcutta, so I am still, I am bearing that legacy. I am servant of mountains. So naturally I serve you. I will, till my death I'll serve you. This legacy we should carry on. Well, now continue.
Very well captured.
From Timir sir also.
তিমির দা মাইকটাকে আনমিউট করো।
মিটিং ছেড়েই পালিয়ে গেছে।
কানেকশন প্রবলেম।
হ্যালো
না মাইক চেঞ্জ করতে গিয়ে অন্য কিছু করে ফেলেছে হয়তো।
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. For Timirda, I should say he is the true person who has maintained the legacy. He and his son both are our club member, and in fact, in the morning I was thinking about him only. That Timirda has maintained really the legacy. Thank you, Timirda.
Hello, friends. Hi.
Hello,
sir.
Hi,
Good evening,
welcome, sir.
everybody. I felt extremely happy to see your faces. Now, obviously, I was listening actually. I'm a listener only, not a speaker. Okay, so I was listening my different points. I would like to add only few points. Probably, I don't know whether Amita has left or not. But okay, you guys were talking about that, what to do, what is the future of the club like that. But as an individual, I personally, every year, I used to go for a trekking. Suppose last year, I go to Pin Parvati Pass. Before that, Kashmir Great Lakes, or last year also Markha Valley, like that. So every year, I used to go one trek. But I was in Jadavpur University Mountaineering Club from nearly 2 decades, definitely. I joined in 1980, but I have not failed in any exam. But I've done BSc, MSc and PhD. As a result, I was in a university for 11 years without failing in the exam. First of all, you should have a clear mind that I am not of that category that, "Arey yaar, chalo aur ek saal reh jate hain." So I was not a mountaineer. So I am a nature lover, basically. I am a trekker. I do other type of activities also. So that was the point I was coming. When I was in the JUMSC, we used to go for cycling. Maybe some Diamond Harbour, maybe Canning or Lakshmikantapur nearby area. In the morning at 5 o'clock, we started in the cycle. There are a group of four or fives. So one day we go to cycling. The next day, I went to a sailing expedition from Calcutta to Puri. One mechanical guy was here, Aditya. Shadhan Ghosh was the steel teacher in the mechanical department. He was the leader of the expedition. Yes. So that was the greatest. So we went from Calcutta to Puri by a boat. So that was the greatest misadventure in my life. I don't know swimming, but still I went. That my philosophy was that if I am a swimmer, my death will be more difficult. But I am not a swimmer, so my death will be very peaceful. Within 5 minutes, I'll be over. So with that philosophy, the rationale behind that is that I had a adventurous mind. I am not a good climber. I don't go for okay, but I was a grade 10 of NIM. I went to NIM in 1984, and we are the first winter batch. You can imagine in 1984 first winter batch. You can just imagine the quality of the equipment NIM used to provide us. It was really tough, but I got A grade. But I am not an achiever as long as mountaineering is concerned. And being in Geological Survey of India, I am traveling the Himalayas probably for the last 40 years constantly. Now I am just leaving service. I will be superintendent next year. So you can't imagine the terrain where we are working from Geological Survey of India. That is, you heard probably the name of the Guru Dangmal Lake in the Sikkim. Probably it's in the North Sikkim. There is a lake called Guru Dangmar in the beyond Lachen. Their altitude was 17,500. There we were for 3 months continuously for 2 consecutive years. So there is the problem. As I had an adventurous mind, I don't mind to stay 3 months continuously in that cold. So going to mountain, suppose everybody probably has gone to 17,500. That is not an issue. Issue is stay continuously there for 3 months. So that is really difficult, and we to do field work at around altitude of 19,000 to 20,000. Still, I am telling I am not an achiever for mountaineering. I believe that my philosophy is something different from others. I believe that our mountaineering club will give you a scope, give you a guidance towards taking an adventurous life. Maybe the cycling. One of our friend, that is Tunga, Abhishek Tunga, is doing cycling. He is doing excellent work, excellent job. Maybe a mountaineering, maybe a sailing, or maybe a simply hill work. You people are saying what to do in Corona. You people can go to Ajodha Pahad. Ajodha Pahad is a nice place in this rainy season. It is not a tough job. You can go by a train. There are a number of trains. It will be okay from 1st July. Then you can just go and enjoy a few days. So hill walk is also a tough job. It is not an easy thing, especially in rainy season. So it is, we have to bear. I booked last year also Buran Ghati, it was cancelled. I booked this year also the same trek, it was cancelled, Corona, but I keep myself prepared. I used to do some exercise and like that and keep myself fit. So what to do in the Corona environment? I have to stay in the home, but for my professional assignment, I have to still go to mountain and the interior of some difficult places where you people cannot imagine those areas. What are the difficult? So guys, don't get panic. You have some adventurous introduction. With this adventurous introduction and adventurous mind, in future you have long career ahead, long life ahead. You can go anywhere in the place. So I go to mountain because it is there. So you can also go to the mountain any day in your career. So I just ending my discussion with the talk of our great Umaprasad Mukhopadhyay. Umaprasad Mukhopadhyay was a traveler. So he was such a vivid traveler. At the age of 84, he is a good writer also. He was sitting in the Nainital in a place and he saying, saying to his nephew, at that time he became almost blind. He was saying, please, Babu, look at the western corner, at the eastern corner, at that side, on your left side, whether sun is rising or not. He has so much accustomed, he was so much accustomed with the mountain. So I want to, so you can, and he has done so many work in the Himalaya, you can't imagine. If you go by the Umaprasad's books, I had that collection of Umaprasad's 6. That was really, really great in those days. So please, my friends, don't be panicked. Time will be over. I think by next year, financial, it will be over and you can do your adventurous spirit. So JMSC has introduced to you the adventurous life, and if you want, you can pursue with it. And many of your seniors and our juniors is pursuing different part of the world. So thank you again to give me a scope to speak. I love it to see you people. So have a nice time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we are very privileged. We feel very privileged to hear you, sir. And now I would like to invite Lisa Di. Lisa Di.
অনেকদিন পরে এদের দেখা যাচ্ছে।
তুমি দাও মাইক বন্ধ করো।
তাহলে এরা ওই লোকজনের সাথে যোগাযোগ রাখা আর কিছু।
নিমিতদা মাইকটাকে মিউট করো। এখনো মিউট হয়নি দিমিতদা।
এই হচ্ছে ব্যাপার। আজকে তোমরা চেপে ধরো কি করবে বেটা।
অ্যাডমিনকে বলো মিউট করে দিতে।
হ্যাঁ বুড়ো পাগলা হয়ে গেছে।
পেছনে আবার গোয়ার ছবি, না কোথাকার ছবি দেখো।
হ্যাঁ বিচে আছি। অ্যাডমিন যে আছে তাকে বলো দেখো পাকা দেওয়া যাচ্ছে আমার হাওয়া দিচ্ছে।
মাঝখানে পাকা চলছে।
Lisa Di, please share your experience with us. Lisa, please unmute yourself.
মিউট আছেন। হ্যাঁ।
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hope you all are good actually in this time. Oh, Timi sir, actually I'm also in GSI now, posted at Hyderabad. Same that
भैया.
follows. And
Lisa, okay यार माइक खोल के
it's
बोलो ना
just
प्लीज.
একদম ঠিক আছে। What to say? It's just good to hear you all, sir, all, and hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think there is connection problem.
No, man, you are audible.
So you just continue. I think I cannot hear it.
Okay, I think there is. Yeah.
Ma'am, you are audible. Please continue.
Okay. you just continue. It feels so good to hear sirs that Gautam sir. It just feels like it has been some long time seeing all the faces and listening, and hope to meet soon.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Now I would like to invite Viduda. Viduda, are you there?
Hello, yeah, I'm there. Hello,
Please share
everyone.
some.
Yeah, good evening, Gautam sir and Amit sir. So, this is, means I think after so many days, I'm meeting you for the first time. I met Prashant before also, and nice to meeting you all. So, nothing to say. I'm just came here to listen to GD sir, and again, I felt very happy after listening to Timir sir also. So I would just like to say few word about what my experience during COVID time regarding climbing or mountaineering and everything, because I feel like me, every one of you are going through the same phases. So you want to climb, but you are not able to climb, right?
Yeah.
So what I did is I made a wall in my house only.
But we
I can
can't.
show you the see. You can see the
Oh,
picture.
it's nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
So I just made a wall in my house, and in this Corona also, I just went for Himachal and went for Badami and Hampi. Because one thing I just realized that I can have Corona and I can survive, but without climbing and without going to the nature, I can't. So it's ultimate thing for me. And and recently we have done few things like we have developed the cracks in Mumbai. So we have almost 40 climbing routes in Bombay, as well as bouldering also. And similarly, we have developed quite a part in Himachal Pradesh also, near Sethan. So, and we are running two, what you call a community-driven gym in Bombay. So both are closed right now because of this Corona thing, but it's quite cheap and the holds are world class. So you can come and train anytime you come to Bombay. So this is the all sort of thing I'm doing. I tried mountaineering, but one thing I realized that in order to do mountaineering, I have to fight with my management to get a leave of 1 month. So I just did Jadavpur, and after that I did not do anything apart from that in that thing. But that's all from my side. But one more thing is that see, in Corona, what you will lack is motivation, right? You won't get motivated to do things, but discipline is something that will keep you going. If you're disciplined enough with your physical exercises, your other whatever you love, then you will do whatever means something out of this situation also. I'll just say that keep your discipline level high, the motivation will come back again. That's all from my side, I think.
Definitely we will do. Thank you, Viduda.
Thank you, Vidut.
दादा आपके हाथ में अभी चौक लगा हुआ है.
I was just climbing. Namaste, Gautam sir.
Now I would like to
Actually,
Suchimita ma'am, please share
Thank you.
your views to us. Ma'am. Suchimita ma'am.
Oh, hi everyone.
Yeah,
My
hi,
respect
ma'am.
to my seniors, and love for all the juniors. It's a wonderful meeting all of you. Fantastic Adda session, and it's just great. Please carry on with this work, and I really love connecting with all of you, and I'm sure that all the ex-members who are there, they will also feel very nice to be a part of this community. We call JUMHC as a community. Shubho is here, Shubhodip Nandi. Uh, he has a Bengali word for that. Shubho? Shubho, where are you? So, I guess he's not here. So no, Shubhodip Nandi is there. Shubhashish Ganguly is also there. We are a very close group of friends which we are having right from my JMHC days. 5 years I've spent in the club. I have done nothing basically except for Adda and lot of enjoying. And I met Gautam Datta da not in JMHC, but in some other occasion where I had taken my daughter for climbing. So in that particular camp where I also climbed and my daughter also climbed, and then I took the certificate from Gautam Das hand, and that was the first time I met him. It was a wonderful experience. This is just a fantastic forum, and I think that this should go on. Connection is the key to life, and in COVID times, this can only, help us sustain through these difficult times. So thanks a ton, and I will be looking forward to more such sessions from all of you. Your initiative
Thank you,
is
ma'am.
Thanks. Bye.
What is that word you were wanting to tell us that we missed?
এই শুভ বল না না আমিও ভুলে যাচ্ছি কি জানো বাংলা ওয়ার্ডটা সুভাষিস দা মনে আছে ইস শুভ বলে ওটা ভীষণ ভালো অমিত দা একদম ভুলে যাচ্ছে অমিত দা আমি সিধু বলবি
সম্প্রদায়ের লোক
সম্প্রদায় we belong to a সম্প্রদায় আমরা সম্প্রদায়ের লোক থ্যাংক ইউ সিধু
thank you, ma'am. Now,
Amritanshu, just a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you take whether you take anybody in your team, whether maybe nobody, but take Suchimita with you. You will enjoy a lot. Thank you.
But that is not possible without your input or Shidhu's input or Shubho's input, and especially Gautam Da's input, Amitabh Bashi Sarkar. So without their input, I will not be able to, regale them with fun and laughter.
আমাকে নিয়ে টানাটানি কেন?
But তুমি না থাকলে ওরা তো হবেই না। So I've learned a lot from these seniors. Whatever fun and joke, Prashantada was my leader in the expedition, and I had the greatest reflections that particular expedition. Changed my whole life.
By any chance, Arindam Basu Sarkar, is he present in this particular?
গোদাদা ও আমার ভাই ছিল, মানে ভাই আছে আর কি, তো ও এখন আমেরিকাতে পড়াচ্ছে।
ও আচ্ছা, আমি তোমার এই বাসু সরকার থেকেই আমার মাথায় এলো, অরিন্দম did a good job. অরিন্দম, he was secretary বোধহয় 1991, তাই না?
একদমই তাই।
হ্যাঁ, and he did a good job. He wrote because that time our registrar, Mr. A.K. Gupta, he advised him possibly because he wanted to know our past. Finally, he was advised by registrar that you talk to Borunendranath Banerjee. He is now at Kanpur IIT. He is a mechanical engineer. He is a professor there. And Borunendranath Banerjee, he has given a reply to him. And there he has given a lot of elaboration, though in short, but there was a lot of input regarding our past. And that's why I remember in Arindam Basu Sarkar. So, convey my regards to him. Thank you, Amitav.
Sure, I will, definitely.
Uh, During calling, actually, we have promised a lot of senior that we will not exceed 1 or 1.5 hour timing. But we will try concluding this session in next 15 to 20 minutes. Before that, I want to hear something from uh, middle-aged seniors like 2013, 15, 14, 2009 pass out. There is a lot. I request you all to come and share some things. Abhishek Tungada, uh, Saurabh Da, please. Siddhartha Da, please.
Tunga is doing a lot of things. Tunga, please come up.
Yes, yes, sir. We are following him on Instagram and seeing a lot of things like.
Actually, I am now cycling, so it's a very good session today for cycling with all the seniors are here, and the nostalgic memories and the enthusiastic memories both are I am taking today also in my cycling session. Sir Gautam Datta sir, Amit Chaudhary sir, they are always in contact whenever we want in our times also. In 2005, after the accident, also the club was closed for 2 years, just like today. Still, I mean, from 2007 again it started work, and it's still doing the good job. So I think it's not the matter that whether the COVID situation, how many days will it be closed. This is JMS year, and I think the legacy will be carried on. What GD sir also told. Uh, just a point I just want to add that I have seen a lots of good climber and good mountaineer in my times, but with times they are faded away, mostly due to their work or the work pressure or something else maybe. So for the present member, if you just want to carry on, I mean just carry it. I mean what I believe that life is just a adventure or nothing. The Helen Keller speech. So that's all for today because I'm cycling and I'm enjoying the session. I cannot talk much better. Thank you everyone, and for calling me also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tunga. Very nice. Carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Abhishek Tunga, he's really an interesting character we can discuss him about. The way he's extending the legacy part, what I was trying to impress upon, is really exemplary. The skydiving side is there. At the same time, he has done a few explorations also without any external help of Sherpa and all, which is a great legacy Jadavpurians should carry on forward. I have never used a Sherpa in any of my expedition in which I was having say. When I have attended pre-Everest expeditions, उसमें तो मेरा सही नहीं था. I was also a member. But whenever I have organized an expedition that I have organized a lot of, I never used a Sherpa. Because I believe in this legacy that if you are really an adventurist, you must do it on your own. If you get success, okay. If you don't get success, then also okay. You are getting experience. That legacy Abhishek is carrying forward. So I have got much respect for him. Thank you very much. Carry on.
Siddhartha Da is still here. I think. Please have some words with us.
Really,
Be
আমাকে আবার
delighted
কেন?
because I just see uh, you are from an era of I think Suchya Di and all.
So
I'm not that knowledgeable
I actually
to keep a mic with me, but what I can do.
no worries. So thank you. Actually, this has been a wonderful experience to connect with everyone. So many seniors, juniors, big forum we have, and it's a good initiative to connect online. So this is one good aspect COVID has brought, I think. And as Gautam da, Amit da, everyone has said, it's upon the individual, to maintain a discipline and carry forward the passion you have towards mountaineering or adventure sports. It's the individual or yourself. You should be driven by your passion. No one can force anything upon you, and that's how you should pursue things. And once individual does his part, I think the connection will happen always, right? So nothing to worry about how the situation is right now. Will pass on, everything does, and it's the intent that you have will keep connected with everyone else. And that's it. When I was there in JUMHC, I actually joined Jadavpur because there was a mountaineering club, because I used to do mountaineering from my school days. So I got a good thrashing from my family because I could have joined other institutes with a better department and stuff, but I opted to join JUMHC because of this. And during our time, the crowd that you have, for RCCs and stuff, was not there, like Prashantoda mentioned. So we had hardly 10, 15 guys. So it was a very lean period during that time. But as an individual, I connected myself. I was, blessed enough to be a part of expeditions that JMHC conducted even after I passed out. I was happy that when I was seeing this presentation, I saw Mentosa in 2014 being displayed. So I was part of that, and it brought back very fond memories. And this is how you can take advice, help from seniors who can direct you to people, other members who are willing to go with you. So that's how you maintain that relationship. You stay connected. Go take seniors who are available to treks along with you, who can share their experiences, and it's like a mentorship kind of a thing that happens, which encourages people within your group who can then pass it on to the next generation of intakes that are happening to the club. So Gautam is there for always, have been. So Nimadi, I had the chance of meeting her once when I was on a trek with Timida, I think 99. We went there for Charang Pass and Bupin Pass, so I had the scope. So that's how you associate with one and the chain grows. So, and keep yourself fit, be safe, and things will pass on and will grow as a family.
Thank you,
So
sir.
that's all I have to say. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir. Now we have from official authority, Mr. Pralay Banerjee, sir. Sir, can you please share your words with us? Pralay Banerjee, sir.
Pralay sir is.
He is here, but okay, maybe some technical glitch.
Okay, we should move on now. And
yeah.
Before concluding by Honorable Gautam Datta sir, I think we should have some words from our real connected recent pass out seniors like Atul Bhaiya, Saurabh Bhaiya, Suman Bhaiya. If they want to contribute some word here, please.
Saurabh Bhaiya.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Devarshidi.
Yeah.
हाँ सौरभ भैया
Yeah. So नॉर्मल हिंदी में ही रखना चाहेंगे हम। बहुत अच्छा लगा सही में देख के आज, मतलब इस साल आरसीसी भी नहीं हुआ। हम लोग का जो लास्ट आरसीसी हुआ था वो हुआ भी आज 1.5 साल से ऊपर हो चुका है। काफ़ी अच्छा लगा देख के कि मतलब सब जूनियर्स लोग मिल के एक कैसा गेट टुगेदर ऑर्गेनाइज किए हैं। हम लोग सारे सीनियर्स को देख पा रहे हैं। सो अ वेरी थैंक यू टू ऑल द जूनियर्स. You are doing a good work, and we'll think about some new ways what all we can do in this pandemic, how we can organize the regular events of club so that we can take the club uh, a bit forward.
Hi, Shikadi.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
You are.
Atul Bhaiya.
थैंक यू भैया
Atul Bhaiya, Dhruv Nandi Bhaiya, Sumedha Mukherjee ji.
Devarshidi.
यूनिवर्सिटी
What I want to say is, yeah, thank you all for organizing this meeting. मतलब बहुत अच्छा experience रहा। मतलब से उनका जो जर्नी है, all those experiences वो सुनने को मिला। So thank you all.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Now I would like to invite Mr. Gautam Datta sir to conclude this meeting, and thereafter we will finish.
Before concluding remarks, let me put some suggestion that this reunion is on virtual. If you can organize real physical reunion in every year somewhere in Himachal, that will be helpful for the club to get in touch with the senior as well as organizing some adventure also. Think about it. Think about organize it. Thank you. Welcome back.
See, basically it's a reunion on the occasion of our rock climbing course that held in 2020. And I remember 17th January to 20th January at Mata Hills. We always, through these particular projects, we try to generate some love affairs in you for the nature, for the mountains, and we try to develop a sort of passion in you for enhancing the legacy of adventurism. That's what we really try for. Otherwise, within these 4 days short duration, it is not possible basically to make a good mountaineer. That's a far off question. To make a good climber also. You become a good climber on your own. As an instructor or the teacher or the philosopher or guide, whatever you call. Our intention is to generate that love for, the passion for, which ultimately drives you on. And that is what finally leads this way. Some people become great climbers, some people become great trekkers, some people become great sky runners, cyclists, sailors, Basically, the passion for adventure is in what you get as input in the rock climbing courses that drives. So now I remember one saying in 1953 after climbing Mount Everest on 29th May. It's, I mean, Edmund Hillary said, it's not the mountains we conquer, but ourselves. I remember our pioneers. I read about them. In 1969, before going to expedition, they took some resolutions in the making that we never use the term assault on the mountain. That member of JUMAC, we should take forward. In 69, our pioneers, they took a resolution that we never use the term assault on mountains. They cut off the word hiking because there were misapplication of that. And there lies the jewel of an adventurist, and there lies the legacy, what we are talking about for so long, that is to be taken forward. In brief, what we try to taught in the climbing courses, we first try to make you outer bound. We always say you have to be outer bound. You always insist that go for self-discovery. Tunga is cycling. Every moment he is discovering something new. Self-discovery actually helps one to draw newer horizons, newer thoughts. This sort of self-discovery, it enhances you with all this. It will give you newer thoughts, newer horizon. Means initially you are thinking I can go up to that point. After some feeling you achieve out of this sort of discoveries, you can this horizon changes. You can then think that yes, it is to ho hi jayega, I can reach that level. This way, one develops. We always insist upon two different projects that you have to be, self-confident. You have to be self-reliant. Not only self-confident, you have to be self-reliant as well. You have to be always adaptable with any situation. And you must be enthusiastic now to know everything, each and everything. These are all actually try to input you. You see, I am teaching you 10 golden rules. No. That is the outer layer. But from within, we try to, not only me, all our instructors, all your instructors, we try to develop this senses in you. We try to make you tough so that you can handle lots of strain, what comes in life with a smiling face. Toughness. You can hold lots of load for a long time. We help you by making you to some different process. We make you inquisitive. Nobody can teach you map reading in a class of 45 minutes. We just generate inquisitiveness in you, so that later on you through your inquisitiveness, you start the maps, you develop your own plan to go and proceed. And we make you through different projects to improve your personality so that you get a pleasing personality. A main intention, which is the legacy of Jadavpur, is you are to be honest, true to each and everything in the field of adventure. Of course, in everything. It's a legacy you carry forward. Basically, what we try to, if I put it as a short note, is nothing but we try to develop something in you so that you can preserve, you can have presence of a brave, rational, scientific mindset in you. And as a mountaineer, so to say, all adventurers, they have to face lots of unfortunate factors.
Hello. I think there is some internet issue.
I think there's a internet problem with Gautam. So great. Thanks for organizing it. We'll catch up soon. I've just given a quick message. If you can go through that, then we can think about it.
So lastly, I would like to say it's really an honor that we are a part of our legend club, through which we met such a senior like you, and you are very helpful to us in every pattern of life, in every problem we met through. You provided us the solution. On behalf of me and my executive members, I want to convey my warm thanks to each and every respected and beloved seniors for your presence in the meeting. Thank you so much for leading us your precious time from your busy schedule. It really means a lot to us. You are the ones who keep us motivated to give our best. I hope through this campfire we could reignite some of long lost connection. Hoping your blessing will always with us and this club. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
I have one query.
Thank you,
Who
sir.
was present in this Jongri Top trek that happened in 2020?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
2021.
17 people.
Yes, sir.
Among
in
these,
which
you
five-
guys who were present, Amritanshu or Prashant.
Prashant, yes.
I just
Sir,
have one question.
Prashant,
Don't take it
Amit-
otherwise.
Yes, sir.
In that slide that you guys showed, there
Yes,
was
sir.
a picture of a campfire. Did you
Yes.
really guys do a campfire in that
No,
area?
sir. That was not a picture of campfire. It was a picture of where we made the food in dormitory. Yes.
That's fine. Then
Yes,
that's
sir.
okay.
Yes.
Because I was afraid you guys burnt a wood there. It's
No,
not
sir.
allowed. Okay, that's good.
No, sir,
Great.
no, sir. Actually,
Perfect.
we have a lot bigger team, so we tried
Yes.
making food on stove as well as on home self-made chulha or
We were 17 members, including
Just
second
be
year, third
careful
year.
because
at that time.
in Kanchenjunga National Park, picking up anything can be criminal offense actually.
No, sir. At that time, we were the first team who did the Jongri track in the February month. So at that time, there